guys, so in this video we're going over another Little Miss Sam's video. I love her mods. Her mods are just so awesome. She has a good amount of mods, guys. So if you're fairly new to installing mods and you're trying to figure out what mods you should put in your game, she's a good place to start. Very interactive type of mods that really, focus in on the things that we love to do in Sims. And I just think that she would be an awesome tryout. Okay. By the way, if you guys are wondering, because I'm not going to post these videos in bulk, I have recorded them in bulk. So if you're wondering why I'm wearing the same outfit as I did in my prior video, that is the only reason why, because I like to knock out things in advance if possible and then spend time editing later. Okay. All right. So let's get straight to it. Now, for Little Miss Sam Sims 4 mods, we are going to be going over today the Spend Weekend with mod. And I think it's very interesting. I want to go over this mod before I talk about installing it because it's fun. I mean, come on. You get to send your kids away to visit their grandparents or other parent, or send your teens away to stay with a friend for the weekend, which is so cool. This mod lets you send household members away to stay with the family members or friends for some couple of days. How the mod works. Okay, so it lets you spend time with others, but at the same time, it kind of gives you the nitty-gritty of the details that go into the game as well. You can also choose pets to spend time with away, and so forth and so forth. Sim A should leave the lot 30 minutes after arriving, which should be enough time to send a few sim/pets with them. Okay. It also lets you know how to obviously get the household members to come back, and other info that you should know while playing the game. So I always tell you guys, if you know in my prior videos, when installing a mod, I promise you are going to want to skim through the description, because even if you don't do it prior to installing, you're going to end up doing it anyway, just to see how certain things work in game, how to access certain things, and that's the reason you installed the mod in the first place. So description is very important when installing any mod, because obviously it lets you know not only what's in the mod, but it also lets you know the risk on add-ons, optional add-ons, and things like that, and stuff like that. With the risky add-on dying and aging is not disabled, more info, it tells you the languages, and then there's the download icon. I always let you guys know when installing a mod that the download button is going to be at the bottom of the screen. It's just going to be at the bottom. Why is it? I don't know, but it's going to be at the bottom of the screen. Okay. It also shows pictures of where to go and what it's going to look like in game, and what those icons are going to look like in game. So you are not going into this not knowing what to look for and where to click, okay, which I think is extremely beneficial. All right, so let's go ahead and get right to the download part. So we're gonna go ahead and click on download via lmsmods.com. It's gonna open a new tab. Once that tab opens, actually for this one it didn't. It actually downloads at the bottom of the screen, okay, which is not ironic because with Little Miss Sam's, when you click via LMS mods, my history I've had with installing her mods, they typically do download at the bottom of the screen. There are some times where you're going to get another download screen that opens up in a new tab, and then you click download. I actually showed you guys that in another video I created today, so you guys will see that for yourself as well. All right, so what you're going to do is you can click on the little arrow icon right here and click show in folder if you want to get right to it. But if you really want to know where this document is, click on File Explorer at the bottom of your screen if you have Windows. If you have MacBook, you're going to click on Finder. You're going to go ahead and click Downloads. Okay, and then you're going to see that it's a zip file. If you have Finder, which means you have MacBook, you're going to go ahead and double click this and it's automatically going to extract, and it's going to be a blue folder. If you do not have MacBook, you're just going to right click. You're going to click extract all, click extract, and it's going to kind of show you what's inside of that folder. So you have the TS4 script, you have the package, you have the how to install the mod, so you can feel free to read through that if you feel like this video is not good enough. You can also see that there's an add-on risky package and an update on the history of this particular mod that they have put in this folder for us. As long as you do not see that it is too many folders deep, which means there's another folder and the folder inside of a folder, you're good to go. That means the game's going to work properly. All right, so we're going to click exit out of that. We know what's in the folder now, and we're going to go ahead and go to the bottom of the screen again. If you have MacBook, you're going to click Finder. If you do not have MacBook, you're going to click Full File Explorer. You can right click that and then go ahead and go over to your Documents folder. Okay, once you do that, you're going to click Electronic Arts. then you're going to click on Sims 4, okay? If you have not installed any other mods today, okay, this is your fairly freaking new, you've never done this before, you're going to scroll down and you're going to see a file that says local thumb cache, okay? If you do not see it, do not freak out. Do not freak out. I've talked about this in a lot of my videos. It's not the end of the world. You should still be able to install it and the game should still work. We just do that as a precaution just in case a particular mod needs that cache to be deleted so you can play the game and it works properly when installing. Do you delete it every time you play the game? No, you only delete it when installing, okay? I've gotten that question a lot. All right, so if it's not here, and mine's not going to be here because I have not loaded up the game. Typically, the local thumb cache is not going to come back into your folder until you have already loaded up the game. So if it is not there, don't freak out. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your mods folder. Once you are inside your mods folder, I hope I do not sound like a robot, guys. I'm just trying to help you guys install this mod. You are going to go ahead and drag the Little MsSam Spend a Weekend With folder inside this folder. Bam, there it is. You see it? You see it? We're going to double click, check what's inside. Oh, it's inside. All right. Now, if you encounter a situation, and I'm just giving you guys an example of what I do to help fix my mods if the mod creator already fixed it and I'm going through issues. If you were to encounter an issue, you do not know why, you're trying to play this game, you want to experience this mod, but it doesn't seem to be going your way, I will typically suggest that people take these two files, because this is obviously the files that make up this mod. I will tell people to grab these two files and directly insert them into their mods folder, because they're running across issues, and if you're directly putting something in the mods folder, 9 times out of 10 it's going to work, okay? You might want to add on the add-on as well, just to be sure. Okay. All right. And so those 3 pages will be important for this particular mod. Okay. But if, of course, you're brand new, you don't think you're encountering any problems, and you can clearly see that the game is working when you go in, don't worry about what I just said. All right. So we're going to go ahead and exit out of that. And then bada beam, bada bam, you're going to go into Origin. You always want to make sure that when you go into Origin that you obviously set up your game options, guys. Very important, okay? If you don't know what that is because you're brand new and you never installed mods before, I'm going to show you. So just give me a brief moment. You're going to go into Origin. You're going to push play. Bad boy, yeah. 3 dots on the left. Once you do that, you're going to go ahead and click on game options. You're going to click on other. And you're going to make sure you enable custom content and mods. Enable script mods allowed, okay? If you want surveys, that's your choice. It's not really mandatory for mods. And the view custom content option, if you want it to show up at startup, you would go ahead and click on that and then click show up at startup and press the check. If you do not want it to show up at startup, and the only reason why I don't allow mine to show up at startup, because look at all these mods, okay? They make the loading screen slower when I do have them on startup. So I typically do not choose that option. But if you want to, just to make sure the mod is working properly, that's fine as well, okay? Once you're done with that, you're going to click apply changes. It's going to load up the screen, and then you're going to go ahead and go in game, play the game, have fun, have a good time, and enjoy the luxuries of the mod. So I hope that this is helpful, guys. I really do. If it is, please comment below your experience. Comment below what struggles you may have. Comment below what good things you're having with this mod. And I hope that you are enjoying yourself, because that also helps other people who read the comments know how good this mod actually is, alright? Like the video if this video was helpful. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I love to create content on how to install mods and help you guys out. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Suggestions in the context of what mods you would like to see videos on. I would love to create those for you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks again for watching. I hope that this was helpful.